You're now tuned in to the #1 podcast. I give you new wave shop talk, shop talk, shop talk. New wave shop talk, new wave, new wave. Got something on your mind? Let's talk about it. Shop talk, shop talk. Leave a comment, we'll talk about it. New wave, new wave.
Real. Talk about these white women, you know what I'm saying, and these rappers taking up all the good acting jobs. All these them acting gigs. So all y'all directors, holla at your boy.
You're now tuned in to the #1 podcast.
Anyways, like I said, set the standard, okay? Be classy, be yourself. Stop trying to look like everybody else. This new generation, they all want to look alike.
You set the standard and bring your ass.
At least back in the day, we changed it up. Some niggas wore waves, some dudes wore curls, some had the natural froze, tapers, mohawks.
This ain't back in the day.
These niggas all look the same.
Huh?
You look at.
I didn't
That's
back in the
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can't compare the shit from back in the days.
If you look at every college basketball team and NBA team, college, they all look the same. You look at all the brothers; they all got the same hairstyle.
And that's why they look the same
Like,
back
that
in the
shit's
days,
whack, bro.
Because
It's whack to me.
They was looking up to niggas in the league. Now they looking up to dudes in the league,
I'm coming on
and they
spot.
doing their
I
shit.
gotta talk shit.
No.
Bringing
That's
Tony
okay.
on.
You don't want to come on it now. No, we don't want
Oh,
you
now-
on
Testing.
Now, 'cause
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Now you know you got some shit going on. Now you don't want to be involved.
No, I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Uh-huh. Goodbye. Got to go.
Of course you would say that.
We sitting here watching the NFL draft, and we got Swaggy D over here. He getting mad at all the brothers. You know what I'm saying? So all my folks, man, I don't give a damn what color you at. You know, we got to think about the new
Fire up in
generation.
here, Dwight.
The new generation and how they going, how they coming. You know what I'm saying? He mad at all the kids with the
fire
gold
up.
chains and
go
the
ahead.
twists and the braids and all of that and the dreads. You know what I mean?
Thing, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Go ahead. That's why Tony coming on, because he about to go against this dude. But go ahead, man. Let him do what he doing. Talk your shit.
Talk your shit,
Are
swag.
we on? Are we on?
Nigga, you see the red light?
Well, yeah, man. We got to talk about this. We watching the NFL draft, and all these dudes look the same. This new generation is killing me, bro. It's just ridiculous out here. Like, what's up with these braids and these dreadlocks? Like, why do all our new young brothers look the same? Like, come on, man.
Killing me,
You all ain't got to
PD.
look the same. Like, stop. Like, cut it out. Change it up. You ain't all got. Back in the day, when my generation, with different people wore waves, curls. You know what I mean?
Braids,
Flat tops,
fades.
mohawks. Now all these dudes walking around with dreadlocks and braids and twisties. Like, what is
Why
this?
you didn't announce? Why you didn't say what you got?
Do you
Like,
feel
come on,
like?
man.
Do you feel like you the new version of the get off my lawn guy?
No, I don't.
Hey,
feel like
y'all
I'm that.
kids, get off my lawn. Back in,
Yeah,
nigga,
yeah.
you said it,
No,
nigga.
boy, Friday.
Back in the days,
No, you just said
we did it
Friday.
this way. Nigga, that was fucking 25, 30 years ago. Come on now.
This nigga staying
Think about it. You can't
Yeah,
think
but,
about
like,
back in the days
What
and
did I
how they
just say?
doing
Not
now.
everybody looked alike back in the day.
Everybody did look alike, and that's what I was trying to stress to you. Everybody did look alike. Only thing was different was them niggas had on a different suit.
Hey, you know what's funny? No,
Go look
Juice?
at the drafts back in the days, man. Them niggas had on big ass
You
suits.
just had niggas who had flamboyant suits, like the colors of them. Mm-hmm. But the pattern, that didn't change until like the 2000s when niggas started doing shit like that.
They started
I in there?
elevating and
Am I in there, Juice?
yeah, you in there. The first nigga opened his jacket up and they had the team or his name
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
that was a
You
theme
know what
that
I'm
one
saying?
year.
Yeah, and it was just like every year it's
Are
a
you
different
paying
thing.
attention? Pay attention. That's
Every
your problem.
every year it's a
Listen to
different
Juice.
thing, you know. But you want to talk about all this shit from back in the days?
Hey,
we
it
can
ain't
go.
back in the day.
We can go think of back in the days, and then you look at the niggas that got drafted, and you look at the dudes that's in the league, and you'll say, okay, they copying their prototype to see how they're doing. David Stern, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yeah.
When Iverson came in and he was wearing baggy shit and all
shut
this,
it down.
look at the draft. Everybody had a nice fade, crew cut, or they had braids straight to the back. You got to think about
Yeah,
that.
he was criticized for that.
He was, but I'm saying the kids
they
coming
That
up.
was only for black
They
people.
be certain like that.
Yeah.
It was only for black people.
Coming in with all these with braids and shit.
It was only for black
I get
people.
that, but you talking about two different things right now. We're not talking about the league per se. We're talking about the individual, like Iverson. So we talking about Iverson's swag. When he had his swag, now you look at the niggas getting drafted. This is the NBA. This is the NFL. But you talk about the niggas that's getting drafted in the NBA. They all came in the league with braids, or they had fades with waves. Why? Because you had Iverson, and then you had Kobe. Niggas had little afros. They
But
want
guess
to
what they
mimic.
do?
They want to mimic the NBA stars.
But guess what they do? Once they got into the league and got drafted, they grow their hair.
But they turn into themselves.
How many cats have you seen that when they get drafted they got little afros, but then as time goes on they got long dreads or braids?
Yeah.
Warren Sapp is a prime example. When he got drafted, he had short hair and whatnot because the image that he portrayed, it affected him. The shit that he was into when he was in Miami, it affected him.
Man.
Won't you dread that mop up that you got on the top of your head?
I think your optics, the optics that you see all of the brothers that's coming up, but then you go to the league. Who was all the top dudes in the league? Think about all the top dudes in the league.
Edgerrin James, let's talk about him.
Well, he's not even in the league no more.
I know, but everybody in the league right now got
think
dreads.
Exactly. So
Everybody.
So the dudes that's coming up behind them, they want to mimic these dudes.
Yeah.
Why? Because like you said,
the
they
white boys.
broke in college. When they broke in college, it's like I want to look like them right now. So when I go out, they getting the girls. I want to get the girls. So we want to look like them. You get what I'm saying? It's not really they trying to look like each other, but they trying to look like these NFL stars.
The people that they're
They
portraying, who they want to be.
They copycats. Yeah,
Yeah.
monkey see, monkey do.
Nah,
Like,
not really,
come on,
because I'm
man.
gonna be honest with
They
you.
all trying to look alike.
In the 80s, I knew a bunch of people who wanted to look like Michael Jackson and Prince. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Let's
one
just
of
be
them.
honest.
The White is one of them.
Yeah. When did Deion Sanders get drafted?
He was
In
Michael
the
Jackson for
in
Halloween.
89.
89.
Wasn't he Michael Jackson for Halloween when we did the podcast?
Yeah, he
He
was.
was.
But
So
if
you-
you look back at Deion, my bad, Tone.
No, go
but
ahead.
if you look back at Deion Sanders' draft pick, what did he have?
A
He
Jerry
was,
curl.
he was exactly
Bunch of chains
Michael
and a
Jackson.
sweatsuit.
Michael Jackson.
Because he was the
You know what I'm
influence
saying?
at that
Michael
time.
Jackson.
Okay, well that was
Michael
cool back
Jackson
then.
without the glove.
Time out.
That was cool. Our generation was cool, so don't talk about that. This new generation is whack.
Hold up.
and they all look ridiculous. If you ask me, my opinion.
That's your
You
opinion.
don't look
I get
ridiculous?
you. I feel what you're saying. Ain't nobody discrediting what you're saying.
Right.
But the reason why I brought up Michael Jackson is because Deion Sanders' curl didn't look like Michael Jackson. Whose did it look like? Eazy-E, Ice Cube, hip-hop artists. Now, we going into this generation.
And he had a bunch of chains on, just to piggyback on what you were saying.
Exactly. He was the first nigga that had all the gold
Yeah.
drip on.
He had money.
So,
he had
man,
money.
you got to think about it, man.
Here,
And
Tony.
Even if he didn't have money, he's about to come into some money. So ain't no jeweler alive that's not going to get this nigga no chain until this
Here
nigga
you
sign
go.
his paperwork. The rappers that you see, all of these dudes like Jadakiss and all of that, I'm speaking of our generation, Jadakiss and all of that. Do you think them niggas went in there and bought that $500,000 chain?
Okay, I don't have no problem with people wearing the chain, but there's a time and a place
Yes,
to wear
you
the
do.
chain. If you're going to the club, you're hanging out with the homies, you're doing some thing, going to a party, yeah, wear your little bling bling, but not on TV when you're about to get drafted, about to be turned a millionaire.
That's
and
your moment.
Play for a professional organization.
That's your moment.
No, that's not your moment.
It is your
you
moment.
look like a clown out there, and
It
these white
is your
people
moment.
White people is looking at you, laughing at you. You look
So,
ridiculous.
if that's
Who
what
gives
they
a
want
fuck?
to do, who?
They're looking at
See
y'all,
that?
laughing at y'all.
Right, but that's your problem. You worried about what other people think.
Didn't you hear what Chris Rock said in the motherfucking show? Like
He said, "Don't fight." He said, "Don't fight in front of white people."
Exactly.
Them niggas ain't fighting.
Don't fight and
They
don't
getting
look
money.
like a clown and don't embarrass yourself in front of white people.
They
And
getting
this is
money.
what they're doing.
But they
they're
getting
embarrassing
money.
themselves in front of white people.
But they getting
Coming
money.
out here with these braids
But they
and all
getting
these
money.
fucking diamonds on your chain.
They getting money.
Go sit down somewhere. You
They
look
getting
ridiculous,
money.
and their mama's allowing them to look like that. They look ridiculous.
They
Sound
getting
like
money
you mad
and
because you
they
ain't got no
smiling.
hair
They getting money
or
and
no
they
diamonds
smiling.
on your
What you
chain.
getting? You look ridiculous.
But they getting money and they
And it's-
smiling.
and it's nothing classy about
And it's
it.
juice, but he don't understand that this
Nothing
is
classy
a
about
moment
it.
that they've been waiting for all their life.
Yeah.
When they didn't have a chain,
Yeah.
when they didn't have no braids.
Yeah.
Do you thinking about that? You entitled to your opinion. Your opinion don't make sense, but you entitled to your opinion because we're not telling you to step into the new generation. Clearly, you ain't doing that because look at your hair. So at the end of the day, don't get mad at another brother or another kid that's living their generation.
Because these are kids.
I'm not mad or I'm not hating. So don't say it's.
No,
I'm hating.
you're
I'm not
hating.
hating. Okay, I'm
You're
not
hating.
at all. I'm glad that these brothers are becoming millionaires and
So why
they're
are you
able
so
to-
worried about their
they're
dress
able to
code?
help
But-
their family. But come on now, come in here with class. Come into this organization with class. You're not in
So wait,
college
wait, wait, wait,
anymore.
wait.
You're not in school anymore. You're becoming.
So-
it's like getting a job. It's like in a job
So
interview.
wait a minute.
When you go to a job interview, you got to present yourself.
That's not a
professionally
job interview,
as
though.
possible.
But that's not a job interview.
It is
Nah.
a job interview.
No, it's not.
If you look at it, it's a job interview.
They already had the interview.
Thank you.
You think that somebody woke up and said, "Oh, I want to get Swaggy D on my team," without talking to you, without you coming to the facility?
Didn't we just talk about that? They already know they being called, right?
It's
Dwight?
a job interview, no
It's
matter how
not.
you look at
It's
it.
not.
Not a job interview,
It's
bro.
not. Because we watching the first round. That's guaranteed money.
Money.
You know that, right? That's guaranteed money.
They already know they being called,
That's guaranteed money.
right? Right, Juice?
After the first pick,
The first 10.
After the first, yeah. Well, I'm gonna just say the first pick. Reason why is because sometimes the first pick switch, and like say somebody call you and say, "Hey, if you around at 2, we gonna get you." But if they pick him number 1, now everybody draft board changed.
I get that, but they already know that
Yeah.
them first 10 already know that they're being called.
Oh, they know they being called. That's why they here.
Yeah,
in the green
yeah,
room.
but I'm just saying they
Yeah,
already
yeah.
talk to.
They might not
already
know where
basically
they
talk to
going.
somebody. They
Yeah.
might not know where it goes.
Yeah,
It might
yeah.
flip or flop.
They
But at the
talk
end
to
of the
10
day-
teams. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, this is my point.
Uh-huh.
It's easy for a person to say that, for us to say, or for him to have his. I'm proud of him, whether they have on a
Yeah, me
suit,
too.
shiny, but it's easy for him to say because he doesn't have a kid in that situation.
Right.
He's never been in that situation.
Right.
So it's easy for a person to say, "Oh, well, why you come out like that, dude? This, that,
Uh-huh.
when you have no idea what they've been through, the struggle,
Yeah.
the struggle.
We all always
So,
say what we would do.
exactly. But when
But-
I'm saying, I'm looking at it
Yeah.
at their point of view, like I made it.
Right.
So I'm gonna put on this flashy suit with my grandmother's picture inside of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't looking at that. Now, as far as the hair is the new generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't change that. Your kids is gonna have long hair.
No,
We
they're
went from
not.
Jerry
None of my
curls,
kids.
You don't have no
wave,
control
fade.
over that.
None of my kids are gonna have that. I'll tell you that now.
That's what you say.
I'm gonna cut that shit off as soon as I see it.
That's
Let me
what
ask
you
you.
say.
No, okay, I get that.
Not allowed.
But
No braids, no dreadlocks in my house.
I understood that. But
Kids live
how,
with their parents, their mama.
how old do you think these kids are that's getting drafted? 15, 16? Right? How old do you think they are?
What does that have to do with anything?
It got a whole lot to do with it. Because if your kid was in college 3 or 4 years, you think they gonna listen to fuck you got to say about their hair? Fuck no.
Hell no.
Fuck no. They're not gonna listen to you.
We just seen online a little
Come on now.
kid. A little kid was fighting the barber because he was getting his hair
Oh, I
cut.
just seen
exactly.
that. Now he's
So-
screaming and
So let's
Screaming
just be
and
real.
hollering, and that's what it sounds like you want
and
your
listen,
kid.
I'm gonna be honest. I got 2 boys in my house right now that's serious about their hair. Mm-hmm. Serious.
Now,
I just had I had
S.
mama come in here the other day asking me, you know, what do you think I should do? Because he said he wants to get the dreadlocks like his brother. I was like, no, let's cut it off. We're gonna cut this shit off, and I cut it off.
Why would you do that?
I cut
though?
it off. I said no. I think he'd be better with a nice low cut. You don't need to get no dreads.
How old was the
because your
kid?
brother got it? You don't need to have it.
How old was the kid?
7 years old.
that's
7 years
fucked
old.
up.
What you should have did was say, "How do you want your hair, young man?"
Thank you.
No, because he's not old enough to know what he wants.
7.
At 7 years old, you're not old enough to know what you want.
But look, this is the thing.
If he was-
He's old enough to say, "This is what I want," but he's not old enough to pay for it.
Exactly.
Sometimes, like, see, all of us when we was growing up, we were told what to do.
Yeah.
This generation is different. We have to understand what they actually want out of life, who they want to be. We gotta that's why you got tech companies. That's why you got all of these people that's making money off of social media and all of that, because their parents allowed them to be themselves growing up. Now, if we teach a kid like this is how you gonna be, they gonna grow up to be a fucking analyst at some bullshit job for the rest of their life, because we think we know what's best. And that's a lot of problems that
you gotta
people
let
have.
a kid live.
You gotta let them live and let them be themselves.
Okay, S and Juice, because I don't know if he's gonna be able to answer this. When your parents told you you couldn't have something, what did you do when you could get?
We rebelled.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what we did as
That's all I
kids,
got.
all of us.
Well, they definitely.
I
Not gonna
seen.
like
You know what's funny? I seen Swag rebel.
Thank you.
Well, they definitely.
He
not,
act like he the perfect angel right now.
They definitely not gonna get no analyst job or working in no tech or working for Google and none of those with that hairstyle.
You'll be surprised.
That look has
Analyst
you'll
jobs
be
got dreads and braids.
that look has no place in corporate America.
You'll be
Definitely not.
surprised, brother.
They might get away with it as playing
You'll be
sports.
surprised.
Playing sports,
It'd
but
be
in
the
corporate
brilliant-
America,
if
they won't
got
let
a
you in the
brilliant-
door.
If you got brilliant,
In corporate America, it has no place in it.
you're wrong.
Definitely not.
You're wrong. You
They
know
might
why?
let you get away with it on the
You know
S,
why?
on the
Because
S.
there's been many people who have sued companies over the fact that they over their look, whether it be a woman, whether it be a male, an African American, a white dude, whatever it is. People have sued companies.
Yeah, I remember.
And so
I remember a couple years ago.
Let me land. You gotta you nowadays. You have to be more. Empathetic, and open to what people are doing culturally and what they're doing physically to themselves. You have to be that, as long as it doesn't affect the job. Check this out: they're allowing transgenders and everybody else. So why not?
You remember a couple years ago when the teacher told that student that he had to cut his hair off?
Yeah, the whole school did. It wasn't just a teacher.
Exactly.
The school made them cut it.
I agree with that, and we need to make that in every school. Cut that shit off.
So I'm glad you brought up Google.
If I'm the coach, if I'm the teacher in any school, you ain't gonna play on my team unless you cut your hair off. No braids, no dreadlocks in my school. Sorry.
That's exactly why you're not a teacher or a
Not gonna
coach.
play on my team.
You're not gonna be a coach with that attitude.
Of course, you would say that. And guess what?
But S, let me before I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, before you say anything, you're never gonna be a coach. You're never gonna be that. Because with that attitude, no one is gonna hire you with that attitude.
I don't think he would portray that until he got the job.
Exactly. I'm not even. I don't want to be a coach or none of that. I'm just saying if I was. We're saying if. What the hell are you talking about?
If it was a fifth,
Juice.
we'd be all in here drunk.
Go ahead, Juice. We're not listening to him.
So
Not
when you
making
brought up Google, right? So
making sense.
it's funny you said Google. Why? Because they make a lot of money, right?
Right.
So do you know that's the most relaxed job ever?
Ever.
Relax.
And you only work 4 to 5 hours a day.
When you go in that motherfucker, man, you got an hour, 2 hours lunch break. You got an hour break. Like you sitting at the fucking table with your dog there. You got a lounge room.
Your kids can come.
All of that.
Whatever.
Like, that was a bad example for you to say. Now, I can see if you said a nigga working for Pacific Bell or something like that.
Thank you.
But a job like Google, that's
That's old
creativity, right? That's creativity. Most creative motherfuckers don't give a fuck about their hair.
Thank you.
So when they come to work, nigga, their hair is all over the place because they've been up all night, nigga, worrying about the fucking quote-unquote Pythagorean theorem and shit. They don't give a fuck about how they look. Their appearance is fucked up. So they got dreads, they got afros, they got unshaved faces. They're not going to work clean cut, especially at Google.
Especially.
Anywhere in the Silicon Valley. We can drive up to San Francisco tomorrow and you're going to see the most
Relaxed people in the world.
relaxed, and to you, they might be the most fucked up looking person in the world, but they might be making $200,000 a year.
So off that note, to me, this sounds like you need to worry about your damn self.
Yeah,
And stop worrying about other people.
Yeah, because nigga,
Because you can't control other people at the end of the day. So
can't.
worry about yourself. And to
can't.
clean yourself up instead of worrying about cleaning somebody else.
In the words of my boy P.
Money.
Thank you.
Check this out, man.
Oh,
This
okay,
is
yeah, this is nuts.
welcome, man. Sorry. Welcome,
Jerry
man.
Rice.
You know what I'm saying? This is New Wave Shop Talk, episode 81. 81. You know what I'm saying? This is that Terrell Owens, you feel me? So I am the host, Dina Boy Juice, man. And to my left we got,
SD Pasadena Sean. It's all the same.
and to my far right we got Drinking Water.
Tony Touch in the building.
Yes, yes. And to my very right, we got
Swaggy D's in the building. Classy
Yes, yes.
gentleman.
yeah, classy, trashy, and ashy.
Ashy.
All at the same damn time.
You know what I'm saying? We like to welcome y'all into the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? This
Dusty.
shit brought to you by
That's nice, man.
Famously Broke Clothing.
Right over there
You
in
know
the
what I'm
bowl.
saying? New Wave Barbershop. You feel me? This is New Wave Shop Talk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we was just having a little debate, you know what I'm saying, talking about damn, it got to be hot in here. That shit melted fast, huh?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just in here talking about the draft that's going on and, you know, how the youngsters is out here dressed, looking,
Flossing.
and stuff like that. You know what I'm
they
saying?
happy.
To us, we think they flossing, but like I say, man, it all goes back to the culture in which we live in. We're not 21, 22 years old.
No.
So we don't know what these dudes go through on a day-to-day.
Right.
Do you watch Homecoming, All-American, any of those shows?
I watched it. I seen it before.
Yeah. So if you watch any of those shows,
will
see,
understand.
I like to watch a lot of young shows so I can be hip to the young shit.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So when you watch the young shows and the young sitcoms and stuff like that, you will be more in tune. Even though they may have shot this a year ago or 6 months ago, you'll still be in tune to what's going on. You may be 6 months behind, but right now you're like 20 years behind.
behind.
You know what I'm saying?
Looking at that hairstyle.
So it's certain things that, you know, we look at it as television, but it's helping us older folks stay up with the younger folks. You know what I'm saying? So I just advise you to watch some of the younger shows that's out. You know
Pay
what I'm
attention.
saying? And American,
Before you criticize.
All American is a good one because it's black. You feel me? You looking like, yeah, nigga.
No. Sound like it's too ethnic for me. Sorry.
No, they in college. They are in college.
Too ethnic for me, buddy.
No,
I
they
can't
are.
do it.
They're in a 4-year university.
Okay.
Have you ever?
No,
went?
thanks.
Did you go to a 4-year
Blackest you
university?
gonna
You
get
ain't
from
been
me.
to college?
Blackest show I'm gonna watch is gonna be Bel Air.
Blackish.
Bel Air. Hell no,
Blackish.
Blackish is garbage. I don't want to watch that bullshit. That show is trash.
Well,
No
that's why
thanks.
it's been on the air for so long.
Trash.
Yeah. Let's get into some topics, man.
Yeah, because we're going to be here all day.
Yeah, talking about that shit. Yeah, let's get into some topics, man. So I don't know if y'all even knew this, man, but the Red Table got canceled.
Good.
Good.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
It's about time.
Show?
Yeah,
Garbage.
yeah,
That
the
shit was
show on
trash.
Facebook. Have you ever watched it?
I watched it. Yeah, Red
You
Table
watched it?
Talk with
With Jada and her
with
mama?
Jada. Yeah, that shit's
Yeah.
trash.
Okay.
That shit was the corniest shit ever.
Okay, but do you know that was an Emmy award-winning show?
I don't know how.
But it was.
Because
It was
people voted for it,
was
dumbass.
an Emmy award-winning show.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know
but
how.
since Meta took over Facebook,
Oh, my God.
right? So their contract was coming up, and they was like, "Yeah, we're gonna let y'all go."
But
You know?
somebody liked it.
Yeah, a lot of people
lot of
liked
people
it
liked
for
it.
them to win an Emmy.
Well, a network will pick it up.
Yeah, so they're shopping it around to different networks. And I just think like we on Facebook, Instagram, all this, and everything is starting to be owned by Meta. You know what I'm saying? The Meta universe. Y'all watch Flash and Superman and all of that. Right. And everything is going to Meta. And we look at the Jetsons way back in the days and shit is coming to fruition right now. But all that to say that, do you think they got canceled because it's like a black show, women empowerment,
No, it's
and
not
things
a black
like that?
show, okay?
It is a black show. They both black.
That's what's wrong with black people.
They're both black.
We always want to say when something get canceled, when something ain't going right. Oh, was
Oh,
it,
now
was
it's
it because
we.
they black?
Earlier it was
because
y'all.
they're black.
Right?
So now it's
No,
we.
it's self-explanatory. The shit was garbage.
You hear that,
It
S?
was a weak
It's
ass.
we now, but it was y'all earlier.
Nope.
Let them land. Let them land.
It was no creativity in the show at all. A red table. You got a red table, and you got a bunch of women talking around talking about red table talk. There's no creativity in that. That's the dumbest shit ever. Be more creative if you want to have a show.
So that's like The View.
like,
It's
come
like
on.
saying The View don't have no creative, and they've been on for the last 15 years.
Well, I respect the women in the View more than I respect Jada Pinkett.
Why?
Because she's not a talk show host. She's an actor turned into a.
So is everybody that's on the fucking View. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Everybody that's on The View was an actor. They probably got one female that was an anchor. Everybody else is actresses.
But they're older. They got more experience. They know what they're talking about.
Jada's been acting since nigga 91. What are you talking about? That's
Probably
30 years
before
ago.
that.
Before that.
That's 30 years ago.
And especially,
she's 50 years old.
And especially after the shit that her husband did, she definitely should have been canceled after that.
So you think? Okay, that's good. You said that.
I think
Right.
that's a part of
You
it.
think? Oh, y'all think that's a part of it
I
right
think
there?
that's a
I
part
got
of it.
canceled. I
Okay.
think so too.
Okay. I just think that, like, the Ball Brothers show got canceled, right? After their re-up, right? Her show got, and the Ball Brothers, their show was good. You know what I'm saying? And then the Red Table got canceled. What else? What's next to be canceled?
Never seen it in the Ball Brothers show.
Oh, that show was good. And it took you through the live, just like you would watch the Kardashian show. But it was on Facebook. You click that little look button, and bam, you got all of these different shows. They got a gang of shows on there. You know what I'm saying? Facebook is trying to, and I cast it to the TV. They trying to get like Apple or Netflix. They got their own little shows, and you can watch the series episode after episode. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's what y'all feel about Red Table Talk?
Yeah.
I didn't have no problem with it. It's just, let me see.
Is that the
I'm
show
not gonna
Will
say
came
good. I
on?
take that back, Juice.
Yeah, that's the show.
I take that back. Not good. Because it didn't bother me.
Right.
I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. I watched it a couple of times and it didn't irritate me. You know what I mean? I just meant to say good because of what he did to Chris Rock.
Right. I feel
You know what I'm saying? That's because I think that's probably why it got canceled. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
No, that could be a possibility. We really don't know.
Don't know,
You know
but
what I'm
I'm just
saying? We
saying
really
if
don't know.
if
Yeah.
it got canceled because he slapped Chris Rock, good. That's what I mean by good.
Right. I understand. I
But
definitely
other than
understand.
that,
And another
a black woman, that family doing that Red Table, kudos. I give it to him because most black families couldn't do that.
Right.
Another thing I didn't like about it, she had her daughter on there too.
So what's wrong with that? What's wrong
And
with
their daughter grown?
Nobody want to take no advice from no fucking 20-year-old. Like who wants to sit there and listen to some
How you know 20-year-olds?
You can't give me no advice.
Yep.
Wait, wait, wait.
20-year-olds.
A 20-year-old can't give me no
So
advice.
you think?
Yeah.
Wait, Juice.
Like,
Let me
get out of
Juice.
here. Go sit down
No,
somewhere.
you
Girl,
go
go to school and learn something. Get some knowledge before you try to. I'm not going to take no advice. Would you take advice from a 20-year-old?
If I'm 20,
If you're 20,
If he a 20-year-old girl,
yeah, she can. Yeah,
And your
to
friends
her
are
peers.
like,
Yeah, to her
wait.
peers.
So that's what she was
But
talking
her
to.
peers ain't watching that show.
but
Ain't no 20-year-olds watching no Red Table Talk.
How you know
the
that?
Red Table Talk is for millennials.
Thank you.
Ain't no old women watching that shit.
It's the young
She had
people.
her-
watching
Old
it.
women
She
watching
had
that
her
shit.
mama, and her daughter on the show.
Nigga, that's 3 generations.
And they need to all
3
sit down
generations
somewhere.
of black women. See, we're black men up here talking about a show that's basically for black women.
Thank
Right.
you.
Like, we're not gonna down the show,
No.
but we just thinking about why it got canceled.
Canceled, that's
you
it.
know, so we can't really down the daughter. The daughter, I whip my head back and forth. She had a hit. The son had a hit. They all had things going for themselves.
They got followers.
And the
The
mama
nigga
is
is
the
a
one
model
that
right now. He's
And the
one of
mama
the
is the
top
one
male
that
models.
raised them. You know
He's
what I'm
one
saying?
of the top male models
Yeah.
right now. You know that?
I do. Who was that? Balenciaga or that was
There's no aisles in the
Jaden
building, man.
Smith.
You heard what he said.
Oh, that little
Jaden Smith.
nappy-headed little boy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Top model.
I
He
don't
just
know where.
man, what? It's crazy because
crazy.
I'm sure everybody has seen the commercial for when he's stepping out in the baggy pants with the big boots on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the purse. And
He had a purse on,
And the
too.
He
half
had a
top.
purse on.
And a choker.
You're the only one that hasn't seen it.
I seen it.
No, I'm saying this guy.
Was it a New Balance commercial?
Oh, man.
Never mind. Don't Swift. Go. Let's go to another
I've seen him in a
subject.
commercial. But that nigga, he said a model.
That nigga on them buttons tonight.
He is
I'm
not a
on him.
model.
I got my job
First
back.
of all, he's not a model.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't respect him as a model or
You're on
a
the wrong
rapper.
side. You're on the wrong side.
Yeah, no.
I don't respect him as a model or no rapper.
Why? Because you wanted to be a model
He
and
should've
couldn't be
stuck-
one.
If he wanted to do something, he could have stuck with acting. He was in the movie with a couple movies with his dad. He could have stuck with the acting. Leave the rapping alone, bruh.
See what I just
He's
think.
trying to do too much.
I just think you fail to
Sit
realize
down
this,
somewhere.
bro. I'm gonna tell you my motto in life. My motto is to throw all the shit you can creatively against the wall. Something is gonna stick. If it don't stick, you start all over with another fucking paper and throw all the
that
shit
wall
against
again
the
and
wall
see if it
too.
stick.
it away.
And when none of us were born to rich parents, none of us.
Right?
Both of your parents is rich. So that means you have the creativity and the life to go live that you want to live. How do you
against the wall, like you said?
whatever you want.
Exactly.
If it sticks.
How do you want to do this? I'm gonna sit you in front of this person, and that person, and it's up to you to swoon them to give you that job. So yeah, I'm gonna do music. Oh, that shit don't work. I'm gonna act. Oh, that shit don't work. Oh shit. Well, fucking, I'm gonna be a model because I look good. That shit might work.
He already had something.
Well,
that
he
was
did
working. It
acting
was
first and didn't like it.
Acting was
Acting-
working for him.
Nigga,
No,
he was
for
7
him.
years old. 7, 8 years old when he played in the movie with his daddy.
Juice, who is he to
How was
say
that
that
working?
acting was
But he
working
was
for
in that.
him?
He was in that series on Netflix too.
Okay.
But he was a teenager,
Right,
And
right.
you know, he just has the liberty to do what he wants to do.
Okay,
That's what
but
I'm trying to
but
let
when
him
I'm
know
saying
about
Essence,
having
who is he to
paying for
say
money.
that acting was working for him, and if he don't like it no more?
Yeah.
Man, that dude got buku money.
Yeah, who are you to say that?
Not only the money that he got from his father and his mother, but the money that he earned on his own when he was a youngin'.
Karate Kid. Come on, bro.
That he won an award for that, didn't he?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So for that right there is forever cemented in legacy.
Thank you.
So he can come back to acting whenever he wants
Whenever
to.
he wants to, he can do what he wants to.
Thank you.
He can be a philanthropist. He can fucking sponsor New
Model,
Balance,
whatever.
model,
Rapper,
whatever.
whatever.
Anyways, let's move it along to the next topic.
He want to move it along with
You can't want to move stuff along when you feel like, we're not against you because your opinion is your opinion. So we're not against you. We just coming at you at a different angle, hoping that you will see our shit, and you hoping that you will see their shit. What's up?
So check this out. I bet you in the next 10 years, that dude right there will be a billionaire.
Yeah, definitely.
for sure.
Definitely. Off of endorsements alone.
Endorsements.
Sister don't beat him
You know?
first.
Yeah, if his
Exactly.
sister don't beat them first.
Exactly.
Because they creative juices. That's why I say
that was my next thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you're right on.
I knew
No.
you was gonna say that.
No, he took the words right out of my mouth. If it wasn't his sister, they're gonna be billionaires.
Yeah. Creative juices, bro.
There you go. And
Creative
you're gonna
juices.
see in the next 10 years how they influence the world.
But you know why they gonna be that? It's because they watched their parents do it.
Right.
Yeah.
But their parents had to work hard to open the doors for them to do it the way
I
that
agree
they're
with you
doing
on
it.
that. They got it easy.
Because their parents all had to sacrifice something. 6 degrees of separation. I'll never forget. Will Smith played a gay role in
Yeah.
it.
Hey, you're dope as
Kissing
fuck.
on man and all
You
that.
you dope as fuck for saying that right now. The reason why I say that is because it kind of goes into our next thing. But what we're gonna say about that, to put a button on it, is okay. Pops played in a gay role. That shot him way up, right? So now the son is trying to be shot way up. So what did he do? He got a boyfriend that was on top of the rap game. We don't look at him as on top of the rap game, but he's basically on top of the rap game.
Right.
Do you know who that is?
Lil Nas X.
No.
Who?
The other one.
Tyler the Creator.
Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator is really on top of the rap game. His last album dropped #1. You know what I'm saying? People, we don't think of it as #1, but it was hard as fuck.
He's
And all
talented.
the real
Tyler's
hot-
dope.
He's very talented.
Yeah, and all
and his
the hip-hop
business,
heads
personal life
ate it
is
up.
his personal life. That's
Yeah.
how I look at it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he aligned himself with that. So it's just like now he hopping in every door he can because that's what, not selling, but that's who's buying. You know what I'm saying? So now we get to the next topic, which is Dwayne Wade. He's saying that he got to move out of Florida because Floridians, they don't respect him and they don't treat him well because of the way his family is. He said he can't live there no more. You heard about that?
I haven't, but I can see that. You know, we've been to Florida.
Yeah,
And Florida is, they stand on business.
they do. But how many of, homosexuals did we see? We saw a lot of them.
Especially in Hialeah.
Yeah. So how can, I just don't feel how he could say that because when you go down there, you see it.
You do.
So he rich. How can, I don't believe it.
You know why? I think because his son was so young.
Right. Okay.
And I think that he gave him the decision to do something that
Before he
other
should have.
people- Before he should have.
Mm-hmm.
Because it could be something totally different
Mm-hmm.
later on. And people have an opinion right now. We live in a world where people are very opinionated about the shit you do, not the shit they do, not the shit they do, and not what they spew into the world, but how we live our lives.
Right.
And I think that's really fucked up. And I think that we should go back to the thing of minding our own fucking business.
Whew.
I think we would live longer, and I think that it would cause a lot less confusion and problems.
So do you feel like that people this day and time got too many opinions?
Definitely. And they're super nosy. Now, don't get me wrong. When we were young, we had people who were nosy, especially older people.
Sure.
We knew that they were nosy because they sit on the porch every day and they watch what's going on up and down the street.
Because there wasn't no cameras.
Exactly, but they knew everything that was moving up and down the street. You know what I'm saying? So
There wasn't no social media, so they had to do that.
Yep.
Social media was your eyes.
Look. Miss Barbara called me. Yeah, the niggas over here hanging
Not
out.
again.
Yep. She done gave the.
They over here shaking the apple tree.
Yep. Remember back in the day, you had certain people who would give you the 411 who really knew what was going on.
Right.
And you knew who to go to.
I agree.
But now people are quick to pull out their cameras. But you're right.
And have an opinion.
Yep. But he's right though. Dwayne Wade is rich, and this is a situation in which that he feels butthurt because he made a choice and he did something, and he may regret it.
Yeah, but you got.
This is the reason why he's feeling some type of way.
Do you agree? You got to deal with your choices.
Yeah, but check this out. He is also the owner, part owner, or a majority. Not a majority owner, but
minority owner.
Utah,
he's a
Jazz,
minority of the Jazz. So that's a place where he can live and be free as he wants to be.
Get out of Miami. Miami ain't for you and your son. I mean you and your
daughter.
My bad.
Yeah.
Son in my eyes.
Yeah. But
so I don't care. You can call her daughter, but son in my eyes.
I don't ever want to be banned. I don't ever want to, because of feelings. And then too in life, we all have people in our life who we love that are gay.
Right.
Whether it be kids, whether it be family members, cousins,
and it becomes natural.
People at work, and it is at some point because you do meet some gay people who are cool that don't push their agenda on you.
Right.
They
just be who they be.
Yeah. I work with a whole lot of them.
And that's the best. That's the best way to be.
I like those. Them are the ones that's not in the closet that trying to hoodwink you or lead you astray.
Am I gonna hang with them? No.
Bamboozle you.
Blunt after them? Probably not.
Yeah. So Tony, how you feel about? Well, we heard a little bit, but how you really
That's
feel?
Not discrimination.
For sure. How you feel about that situation with Dwayne Wade wanting to leave Florida because he feels like his family is not welcome?
He's a father. He's supposed to protect it. Whether she wants to be a boy or a girl, he's doing what he's doing as a father to protect his family. So if he wants to move out to protect his family, he's supposed to do. That's what he's supposed to do.
Amen.
I got thumbs up to him.
Yeah,
sure.
To protect his family, regardless of what's their personal life in their house.
Right.
Because he's moving
He's just
around.
protecting his family. Whether he wants to be a she or he or whatever. He want to catch the ball, dunk a ball, whatever, or carry a purse. He's protecting his family.
But let me ask you a question.
That's how I look at it like that.
To piggyback on what you're saying, do you see how that decision affected everything with his other sons? Because now
I don't know how I don't see the reaction of his other son.
The reason why I say that is because
his son ain't in social media.
No, but the reason I say that is
he
because
is. I'm gonna tell you in a second. But
the reason I say that is because at first they were, top draft picks, and they were going, to the school out there with LeBron's son and
Sierra Canyon.
Well, isn't Dwayne Wade's son on the D League of Utah? That's where he was last time I checked.
Yeah, but
I have no idea.
Okay. Yes, he was balling for the D League.
So what happened is?
Oh, you remember that, Juice?
Yeah, but what's going on right now is he got cut. Why? Because he got. I'm not gonna say social media influence, but when your followers go up, a lot of these young dudes' heads get big, and they feel like they're bigger than the team
because they got a wave.
And he needed a new start, so he's playing overseas right now, and he's over there balling, averaging like a dub You know what I'm saying? So now when
Sound like he needed a reality check.
yeah, he needed a reality check. So now when he comes back and they like, okay, we're gonna draft you, or you can play, because he's never been in the draft yet. Like you said, he went to the D League and then he got cut from the D League, but that was his step up to go to the draft.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
But
he
he
never
ended up
went to
going to-
college.
now- but he ended
never
up
went
going
college.
to
He
overseas.
So now when the draft comes up, I
He'll
bet
be
he's
ready.
going to throw his name in there.
Oh, for sure.
And then they're going to be like, you know what?
The boy got game too.
Yeah,
He'll play like his dad.
Zaire, right?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? We might pick you up, whether he get drafted or he's a free agent. He's gonna be on somebody's NBA team next year. Two-way player.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Guaranteed.
Yeah, for sure. So Swaggy D, how you feel about the Dwayne Wade situation and him leaving Miami because he says he's not welcome?
Well, I feel that. Well, first of all, I support the LGBT community 100%. You know what I mean? I'm not homophobic at all. So, freedom.
None of us are.
You are free to
I'm
do.
not
it.
homophobic either.
That's why they called it. That's why they said this is a free country to do what you want to do. And, you know what I mean? Whatever you're into. But in another case, I feel like his son was a little bit too young to allow him to do what he did. You know what I mean? You shouldn't allow no kid, especially at that age. You're in no position to make no decisions on what you want to do. I would have told my kid, look, wait till you get a little bit older, and then maybe make a decision about it. But at that age, a precious kid like that, no, you're not going to tell me what you're going to be.
Trans people have a problem with it.
And also, I don't know why he's moving from Florida, because anywhere you go in this country, you're going to get the same reaction.
Because it ain't Wade County no
people
more.
People are going to treat you the same. So I don't know why the hell he's packing up.
You know
moving
why?
forward.
Because
Say it again,
Wayne
Sean.
Wade was at the game the other night, and Jimmy Butler told him, "This is my shit."
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, you're going to get the same shit.
I mean, Jimmy Butler,
Yeah, but nigga, that's Miami.
huh?
It's Miami.
Jimmy Butler plays for Miami.
I know, but I mean that
He-
shouldn't be
when
no
he-
relevance.
I
because
know,
It
but-
is. He
I
telling
mean,
Wade that
probably-
it's
probably-
his shit now,
Yeah,
man.
Right, but he could have took it personal. You never know.
Nah, I doubt that. Stop it.
Dwayne Wade ain't that type of dude.
You never know.
How many
You never
niggas?
know. I agree with you,
How
but
many
Wade
niggas
ain't
know?
even
if I had to guess
I'm
on
just-
it,
it-
yes,
this
if I
is
had to
something
guess
that's
on it,
hypothetical.
I don't think Wade took that
Yeah,
person.
it was Wade shit when he was playing, and now it's Jimmy Butler shit when he playing. He ain't won no chips. Wade
came-
got
yeah, you
3 of
came
them
after me.
motherfuckers.
Right.
Well, look, Wade got 3 of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But I just got to say, I take a little bit from everybody, right? I just feel like, so he ain't really got no reason to be in Miami. Like you were saying, you were saying he part owner of what?
The Jazz.
The Jazz.
Right.
He ain't got no reason to be in Miami. You know what I'm saying? His son went to school in fucking Calabasas.
California, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like he was back and forth anyway. You know what I'm
Chicago
saying?
more back then, if you remember, between
Yeah.
Chicago
Yeah,
there.
because he did go to Chicago at
where's
the
he
end of
from?
his career.
Yeah.
He's
You
from
gotta
Chicago.
understand why.
Chicago.
What Juice,
Well,
you gotta
listen,
understand.
Chicago.
If you remember when he lived when he played for Cleveland, he still lived in Chicago.
Yeah, exactly. And that was what our plane ride. They
Our
wasn't,
plane ride.
They wasn't taking no bus, but
He
our
take the team plane.
yeah. You feel me?
You gotta
So
understand what he going through as far as he won how many championships in Miami?
3.
3. So he's
Solidified.
Yeah.
solidified out there.
Yeah.
They got a street maybe for him
Yeah.
out there. I don't know if they do yet,
Maybe.
but they might have one. So I get it, but it's a choice that he has to make and say, okay, I'm in love with Miami. I'm in love with the people out here. I'm in love because I'm so used to it. But I got to protect my son.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to protect my family, my wife and my daughter. I got to protect them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe I should move to Utah so my son won't get ridiculed, or I won't get ridiculed, or we won't get badgered, or and protest against and all that. So
Yeah.
I get it.
I don't even think he's going to move to Utah. I think he's going to move to California,
California?
where it's super cool.
I don't think that's the reason he's leaving, because I'm sure Florida, Miami has a big homosexual community. So
I believe so.
I
But
doubt
we're
that's
thinking
the
about
reason-
the age.
I doubt that's the reason he's leaving.
No, we're not. We're talking about him his son being a kid.
Yeah, we thinking about the age. I know what you thinking about, just the homosexual community, but it's the age that other people probably have the problem with. Nobody really probably cares about his son being a homosexual or gay. They just care about all the talk about, oh, I'm gonna let him get a sex change. Oh, I'm gonna let him do this. You get what I'm saying?
And then it comes to them opinions, like you said.
He's gonna dress like a girl.
How old
That's
is the
cool.
kid?
Shit. Probably like 15 now.
14, 15?
Yeah, like he's super duper young. Or she, whatever. Super duper young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not old enough to, excuse my French, but he ain't never felt no pussy.
Zaya. What are
You
her
know what I'm
names?
saying?
Zaya.
He's he to me.
Went from
It's
Zion to
different.
Zaya.
Like say you got a lot of women out here that when they get older, they be like, you know what? I like bitches. And I'm gonna be a stud. I'm gonna be a dyke or a butch or whatever you want to say. They're older. They done experienced both sides, so they really know what they like. This young dude ain't never had probably no sexual contact. You know what I'm saying? And he wants to be a girl. When he get that booty busted, he might be like, nigga, that's not for me.
Probably kissed a boy before.
Yeah, kissed a boy and like the way he looked. But once somebody run up in him, he probably gonna be like, you know what? This ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? This is not for me. This nigga hurt me. You know what I'm saying? We grown ups.
He changed his mind.
And man, look, and people are grown, so people know that's listening to this. It's a different story once the motherfucking apple fall from the tree. You know what I'm saying? You can like this shit all you want, but when the act happen, it's a lot of girls that like bitches.
Yeah.
It's a lot of girls that like bitches, but when it's time to scissor or go eat the pussy, they like, nah, I ain't doing that.
That nigga said you can wear your nails and get all blaseyed up and person all that. But once you get that dick stuck up inside of you, what you gonna do? It's gonna be a whole different thing. What I'm saying? What's the reaction gonna be on that?
And since Wade is so into it, he might be, you know how parents be like, well, if my kid gonna smoke weed, they're gonna be smoking the weed in the house with me. Okay. He probably be, if my kid wanna have sex, he gonna do it in the house with me. When he hear his son fucking yelling in the top fucking room, he killing me.
Basically, you saying he's still a gay version.
He is.
Yes.
He better be. The nigga's 15, 14.
You was fucking at 15, 14?
I wasn't.
You wasn't?
That's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I can't say what he did or didn't do.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
I can almost guarantee that this is, I ain't going to say it's a fad. I never like to say it's a fad, especially with, homosexuality and gay people, because, nigga, they think they born the other sex. So I can't say it's a fad, but until they get through with the act, and then after the act, they know they're still that, then I respect it. But as far as you just like, I might like that, that's why I say women, when they thinking they want to be gay, when it's time to get down, then it's your turn to go eat.
And they ain't even had puberty yet.
Yeah, you feel me? So, that's a whole different conversation to have once.
I didn't think about that until you just said that.
Yeah, that's a whole different conversation to have once they go through the act of adulthood, I should say. You know what I'm saying? Because once you have sex, everybody has kids except Swaggy D. His kids are still young, but all of our kids are older. Once they had that sexual act, they start acting different. They start wanting to rebel because they think
we did.
Yeah, but we talking about the kids, us as an adult.
Yeah.
They start to rebel. You can almost immediately know when your kid have sex.
Pretty much.
The motherfuckers come home, they ain't putting their shoes up no more. They ain't doing a whole lot of shit, and you like, nigga, you done fucked the bitch.
And that's
that's
what fit male or female.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you like, yeah, and the females, they go against their mother, and the males, they go against their father. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like they grown now. Like, okay, you done stuck your dick in some shit. Now you feel like you grown. Nigga, you ain't grown. I would still fuck your ass up. You know what I'm saying?
And kick your ass up out of here.
And when we went through it, we may have got fucked up. We may have been on punishment, but we got reality checks. You know what I'm saying? That's back when you couldn't fucking call the police on the fucking parent.
Ain't lying.
Now you got, you can't give them ass whoopings like we got back in the days. You know what I'm saying? But to put the button on that, man, you know what I'm saying? We just wish him the best. You know what I mean? Wish the What's the kid's name again? You said it, Swaggy.
Zaya.
Zaya. We wish Zaya the best, and
15.
It is 15.
15.
Yeah, you feel me? We just wish
I
you
just
the best.
looked it up. Yeah. Went from Zion to Zaya. She's 15.
Zion Williamson.
She's 15 years old.
You know what I'm saying? So we just wish you the best, and you know what I'm saying. You know.
So that was back in 2007 when how old was it? How old was he back then? That was back in 2007.
Do the math.
No, nigga, that's when the motherfucker was born. Nigga, that was 15 years ago. Stop it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like at least
It was about 4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago.
When the motherfucker was like 10.
The motherfucker was like 10, like talking about.
Wade was still in the league.
Yeah, so, yep. You're going to get a sex change and a name change.
At the age of 10.
Can you imagine you in the league and a nigga saying, yeah, fuck you and your little bitch-ass daughter.
Oh, wow. For real.
And all you got is sons.
Wow.
Like, man, that shit is crazy, man. Hey, we just fucking around. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We gonna leave that alone, man, because like they said, man, we don't go against no homosexuality, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Gay pride, all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we love it. But man, Jerry Springer died today.
Man,
Yeah, I heard about
that hurt my heart. 79 years old. Man,
bet you all
first of all,
count.
we're not going to do a moment in silence. We just going to say,
Jerry.
Jerry.
You know what I'm saying?
I can guarantee all of us that lost count how many Jerry Springer shows we didn't watch.
Oh, nigga, I used to be addicted to Jerry Springer. I had to
shit
watch
came on
it. Channel 5 and Channel 13.
Every day.
You was there.
Do y'all know that Jerry stopped doing shows in 2018?
And we
He
was
started
still
in
watching
91, but that nigga was syndicated so much that he probably had over not 10,000, maybe like 5,000-6,000 shows. So it's episodes that we probably still haven't watched.
Seen.
You know what I'm saying? So Jerry been around for a while, man. We want to just say rest in peace to Jerry. I just want to get everybody's Jerry moment. We're gonna start with you, S.
Man, when he had the pimps on there, man, and the hoes, man, that shit was funny. But then I had a cousin that was on that motherfucker, man, and that shit was funny too, man. So, man, Jerry, what was funny, what I loved about Jerry, because at any given moment, like in the early days, you couldn't sense when it was gonna pop off. But as time went on, you could sense when it was gonna pop off, and it was kind of staged to pop off.
Right, exactly.
But in the beginning, he used to have some raw and authentic fights, man. And,
on the real.
And he asked real questions. He didn't waver. He still got in the middle. When he was younger, he used to get dragged down and shit in the middle of the shit.
The instigator.
It was crazy. He was, but that shit was.
That was part of the show.
It made for great TV at that time.
Hell yeah! What you think about that, Tom? What's your Jerry moment?
The Jerry moments I like was of course the fighting, lashing the titties, of course.
Oh yeah,
And
get them
and
Jerry beads
in the audience, and also the you know how when the audience checks the whole cast is on the stage and the audience get to ask them questions.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
I
I used to love that shit.
Oh man, yeah.
I used to love that.
The bitches used to be like, hey, if that nigga don't want you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I do, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, hey.
And then the dudes will call the dudes out and woo. So that's probably, and just how blunt Jerry was. Jerry he was out. When I said instigator, I meant like instigator and to like dig information out of it.
Right.
Yeah,
Not
definitely.
the instigator like to make.
Oh, he played his role well. He played his role well.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Swaggy D, you got a Jerry moment?
No, I don't have no Jerry moment, but what I want to say is why is everybody seems like everybody, even on social media, I'm watching social media today, everybody's acting like they sad about Jerry Springer.
Because he was
Jerry Springer.
He was a good guy,
This motherfucker was
Jerry was a great guy.
A rich white man who exploited minority people on television and made millions and billions of dollars about it. So I'm trying to figure out why everybody's so, I don't feel no type of way about it.
You know why?
It's not like Michael Jackson died.
Because he took motherfuckers. Listen, for one, he was a cult icon in our time. Ricky Lake, Jerry Springer,
Jenny Jones,
Maury Povich,
Yeah.
You know,
Montel.
Donahue, Montel. You know,
Donahue and Geraldo,
Geraldo.
they started this
Geraldo.
gangster
Yeah,
shit.
they started it. You know, and in our time, you know, that was just important.
Right.
You know, to have those type of shows. And, you know, it made for great entertainment.
It did.
And he took a lot of people who had never been nowhere,
To Chicago.
brought them to Chicago, put them
And
up in
then
a
they
hotel.
could-
They ate great food. Everybody
Room
that went
service,
there,
limos.
everybody who went there had a great experience. And he paid you.
Yeah. He gave you a stipend.
Yeah.
So that was the nightlife. He was gonna go out that night. You know, he was gonna do that.
Good time.
But-
Seeing you eat.
Yeah. So what I gotta say about Jerry is first my Jerry moment. I don't really have one particular moment, but my shit was always this. Like say I get up there and be like, yeah man, I've been fucking my baby mama cousin for 6 months and she pregnant and da 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 da. And then Jerry are gonna say, this is what Jerry gonna say, well damn man, have you talked to your girl about it? And be like, no. You're like, well she been listening backstage, here she comes. You know what I'm saying? That's Jerry, nigga. Jerry will let you talk all that shit and then be like, oh, they're listening backstage. You know what I'm saying? But Swaggy D is abso-fucking-lutely right. I hate to say this, you know what I'm saying? But Swaggy D is abso-fucking-lutely right. Jerry exploited basically poor, black and white. I hate to call us trash, but you know
Everything.
how they say poor white trash, you know what I'm saying? But he exploited the worst of the worst. SD said everybody wanted that free trip to Chicago. Everybody wanted to do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? He exploited it for good TV. And he basically other people piggybacked off of that to get reality shows to have their real life exploited day to day. He did it for 1 hour. These people are doing it for 1 hour a day, 1 day a week for 10 to 20 weeks. And we look at that and be like, oh, this is da da da. But all of this shit started with these talk shows, with bringing real people on, because everything else used to be scripted. We gonna get here and I'm gonna tell you, oh, I'm gonna ask you these questions. Jerry get up there and pop some shit on you and you ain't expecting it. And then he throw that twist on you where if you say you effing with so and so girl, he got the nigga back there ready to fight you. You know what I'm saying? So the exploitation came. These are real people's lives, and they let their lives out on TV for our enjoyment. So you know what I'm saying? It's just like what's a girl name that run Love and Hip Hop? Then you got the lady that's running the shit for Zeus. That's all they doing. They exploiting, and that's what everybody do. We watching the draft. The owners are exploiting these dudes' talent to get money.
Cattle.
You know what I'm saying? So everywhere you go, they exploit you. You work for Google, they exploiting your expertise in this. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got the Bill Gates. That's why you got the dude that run the Clippers, because they said, nigga, I'm gonna do it my way and I'm gonna make all the money myself. And a lot of people, I know we always try to teach fucking entrepreneurship. If you got the brains and the power, yeah, you get this job and you go over here and you learn how to do this shit, but go do it yourself, because everybody's going to exploit you no matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's my shit on Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Jerry, 79, died of pancreatic cancer. You know what I'm saying? We wish your family well. You know, we know you going to the heaven with all the hoes.
R.I.P.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to be giving out Jerry beads. You know what I mean? So, man, R.I.P. to Jerry. I got friends and loved ones that love Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Talking about getting Jerry tattoos and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't going that far.
I'm just saying, I got people that saying they going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, more power to you.
More power to
I
you.
just wouldn't do it. I ain't love Jerry that much. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So, I don't know if we really want to get into sports, but this is like sports related. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking about this for about fucking umpteenth weeks, man. Lamar Jackson finally got his deal. Did y'all hear about this?
I heard about that.
$255 million.
185
You know what I'm saying?
guaranteed.
Highest paid. We was just talking about Jalen Hurts had the highest paid contract. Now Lamar came in and beat him. And with this, what makes this even more spectacular, Jalen Hurts did it with a black agent. Lamar did it with no agent at all. His mom was his advisor. He did this and made the money himself while everybody else was like, oh, he's never going to get a deal. They're going to franchise tag him. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. And my boy held out. He said, I'm hurt. He did a kind of a Kawhi, and said, I'm not playing for y'all until y'all pay me. I'm not going out here and getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? It was quiet, but it was still loud because everybody was talking about it. Like, is he really hurt or is he staying out for this money? And he stayed out for this money. So he's going to be a Baltimore Raven.
And you say he did this all without an agent?
He didn't have no agent at all.
No wonder they wouldn't pay his ass for so long. Because
and why?
He's trying to represent himself, you dummy.
Not damn right.
And then, can't do that shit.
And then why?
But he got the highest paid contract.
Why they didn't want that to happen was because it opens up the door for a lot of other people to get rid of their agents and to represent themselves.
Yeah.
Too late now. He did it.
Exactly. They don't
he already planted that seed.
And I agree. I wouldn't want that shit either. That's not how the game goes. That's what's wrong with niggas. They try to change up the game. That's not how the game goes. You have to have an agent to represent you. You cannot represent yourself.
That you don't.
Clearly, you don't.
And listen, there's a small percentage
Clearly, you don't,
players.
Dwight. You don't need it.
There's a small percentage of players who don't have agents representing.
They don't have agents. Them are the ones that ain't got big contracts like he do.
Everybody has an agent. He's probably the only one that negotiated his own contract that never has an agent.
It's a few other players.
Everybody has an agent.
They don't.
It's a few other players that don't have them, but they weren't like top of the class.
Tony, don't say no. You don't because you don't know your facts. Okay?
I do know my
facts. You don't.
Learn.
You don't know your facts.
Okay?
I don't need to look it up.
So
I know football players right now.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I'm
you
just
don't know. You don't have a clue what you're talking about.
You can't speak for everybody, Dwight.
Learn your facts.
Do you know everybody?
Okay?
Do you know everybody?
You always talk what you talk, but you don't have a clue what you're talking about.
Yes, I do. You don't have a clue what you're talking about.
This game. Learn about it.
I don't know nothing about it.
And you talk to me about it.
And you do?
That's right.
Clearly you don't.
I'm a student of the game.
No, you think you are. You're not, bruh. You're not.
Okay. So cut it out.
No, you need to cut it out.
Over there talking
you need to do your homework.
No, you don't. When you don't have a clue yourself.
Check this out, bro. Practice what you preach before you preach it. Okay.
Anyways, like I said, he's a dummy, and
come on, dude.
It's like going to court and not having an attorney. Like it's stupid. That's something you don't do. You have to have an agent and you have to have an attorney. You cannot represent yourself in any form or fashion.
Thank you.
Okay.
Clearly, he can if he got them check, right?
Yeah, he got the check.
So what is you saying?
He didn't get the check. He got the bag.
Bag. So what are you talking about? Well, apples and oranges?
Well, I wouldn't have gave him the bag.
Oh, that's why your name is Dwight.
You asked for a trade. If you ask for a trade, stick by your trade.
But that's the ploy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the ploy. You ask for a trade. Why? Because y'all don't want to pay me on my terms. Okay. I'm willing. He was willing to meet them in the middle of whatever it was. He asked for $300 million. You know what I'm saying? He asked for $300. Why? Because there was other people that got $250, $2 something, and he done did more than them. He already won an MVP. How you gonna get this?
You ain't waiting no damn $300 million. How much did he get?
$255.
See, do your homework. You don't even know
how much guaranteed.
180.
185.
185.
Don't sound like you did your homework if you asking questions.
Anyways, but
so what we saying about that is, like, I understand traditionally. So this goes back to the players in the draft. Traditionally, but this is a new age, and everybody. I even talked about people working for Google and people creatively thinking. They want to do this on their own. If I can cut out 10% of my money, 20%, 30% of my money that's going to somebody else, why wouldn't I do it? If I'm smart enough to do it, because you look at Lamar and you be like, this nigga got braids, he don't know how to talk, but that don't mean he not book smart. That's what you're not getting. These kids are book smart.
He looks like a clown out there.
Yeah, it don't matter. But it don't matter how you look. It matters what you know. You can go in this. That's why I told you need to go up to Google.
It ain't about what he know. He didn't get it because of what he know. He got it because of his talent.
Who the smartest man ever? Who they say the smartest man ever? Who?
What do you mean? As far as what?
Ever. Who they say the smartest man ever?
Stephen Walken was a dude that was in a wheelchair.
Einstein.
Exactly. Now that motherfucker.
Albert Einstein.
Now, how the fuck did he look? Do you want to go to dinner with him at Fleming's?
No, yeah, he looked
Exactly.
crazy. He looked like the white Don King.
So the craziest motherfuckers be the smartest motherfuckers. That's why I'm glad you said the right answer, because the craziest motherfuckers be the smartest motherfuckers. So you can't never judge a book by its cover.
I agree.
So I mean, but
Stop doing it.
You agree with that, but you still saying that they look ghetto and this. But these niggas, they went to college. Everybody that got drafted tonight went to at least 3 years of college. Everybody.
Yeah, but
everybody.
Did you listen to some of their interviews?
But that's what I brought you about Lamar Jackson.
Some of them sound like they've never been to college.
When you listen to Lamar Jackson, he don't sound like that too. Why? He from the fucking South.
Up there using
he
words.
He from the South.
I heard a couple interviews earlier. They up there using words like finna. Didn't you go to college? Why are you using the finna? Is not a word, you moron.
Why?
I'm finna get this money. What the dude say? We finna make this money. Like,
but
he went
you
to finna
USC.
make this money.
He went to USC.
Your ass don't deserve to have this money using words like finna. You finna get this money. Finna is not a word, you moron.
Finna might be in the dictionary right now.
How about saying I'm about to get this money or about to do something?
Because he won't sound cool.
Yeah, he too busy trying to sound cool, motherfucker. Use words that you learned in college, you moron.
I think. Look,
Barney Five.
Juice, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
I think if he was put in that situation where he walked across the street and got millions, he probably would feel the same way we feel. He don't feel that way right now because he's not in that situation.
Right.
Finna.
So it's easy for a person to say what they would do when they're not up on that stage.
Right. Right. You get nervous in front of those cameras.
Thank you, Juice. Tell them, bro.
You can take the boy out
something
the hood,
that you built up
you can't
all
take the hood
your
out
childhood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's easy for us to sit here and say what we would have done or and we're not there.
This is why you're supposed to practice.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're supposed to practice your speech.
I'm not listening. I'm
write
talking
it
to you.
down.
I get you.
People practice their speech and write it down. You know what you're going to say. If you know you're going to get drafted, write it down.
Just
have
like
it written down and ready.
Juice. And S over there, because clearly this
preparation. What did Mike Tyson say?
Everybody
Everybody got a plan till they get punched in the mouth.
Hey, man, I was
say
just thinking that in my mind.
Say it again.
Everybody got a plan till they get punched in the mouth.
Hey.
How many mamas
he
up
got
here?
all the answers.
How many mamas up here was up here and they was like, I said I wasn't gonna cry.
Right.
You never know. That emotion takes. Bro, just think about it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, I'm gonna put it in your terms because you feel like you know what you're gonna do. But I'm gonna let you know. You own a barbershop. Right? This year you go to Barney Brothers. I forget what's the name of the barbershop convention in Atlanta. What's it?
Bonner Brothers.
Bonner Brothers. You go there. You cut my hair, right? Mm-hmm. Now somebody big come to you and be like, "Hey, we need you to cut on this set. We need Tony to cut on this. We need all your barbers, nigga, to come cut on this set." Right? Now you cutting on that set and they win a fucking Academy Award for the fucking look that you gave them. And you know you gonna win. You sitting in that audience and they say, Swaggy D. And you go up there, you got a speech already written, but you left the motherfucker at home. Right? Mm-hmm. You ain't finna get up there and pull out a scroll. You gonna get up there and they're gonna throw that mic in your face.
You're gonna forget somebody.
You gonna forget all of that shit. You gonna forget people to thank. You gonna forget all of this shit. And you gonna get up there and be like, "Oh, mama, I made it." You gonna get up there and say some wild shit too. I'm just telling you. That's probably what's gonna happen.
Yeah, a lot of people get a little nervous.
But we in our 40s and we thinking that we'll do that. These dudes in their 20s.
They gonna say whatever comes to mind.
When you was in your, that's what I'm trying to get you to realize. These dudes ain't adults yet.
Whatever comes.
They just barely start drinking. Hey, nigga, I'm finna get this bread. Like, man.
Tell them again.
They just
say
whatever comes to mind.
They just thinking, bro. They just working off of the fly. And we got to understand that. We got to respect it. We sit back. Oh, you shouldn't be critical. If you want to laugh at them, like, oh, that nigga's stupid.
That's nothing wrong.
That's cool. But you basically discriminating against these people that look just like you.
And he don't even know.
You know
when we were young, we weren't that politically correct.
Exactly, man.
He wasn't either.
We was hotboxing, smoking in the car on the corner.
Before events.
You know what I'm saying?
Swag. You wouldn't have said shit back then.
My son.
They would have put a mic in Swag's face. He would have been like,
Both teams play hard.
No. He
Both teams play hard.
This how. Listen, I know this nigga. Nigga, when he first came around, nigga, that nigga said nothing.
He didn't speak no English.
This was his favorite line. Everybody be like, I ain't gonna say that.
But swag.
Let's move it along.
But
man.
but for real though, you get what we saying though, right?
I hear what you're
Like
saying.
we a different age now. We more mature. We know what we want. We know what we gonna do. These kids don't know. And I was telling Tone earlier that after that first pick, when that first pick come, if it ain't the pick that everybody thought it was gonna be, like Ryan Leaf, nobody thought that nigga was going number 1, right? They picked that nigga and the whole draft shook up. Nobody got the people they really wanted, unless they was number 8 and the number 17 didn't pick something up, and then number 14 said, nigga, I need that nigga, I'm gonna trade you. That's the only team that knows who the fuck they gonna get. You understand what I'm saying? What's up, bro?
You was right. Texas A&M. That's the boy.
Oh yeah, that nigga was hard.
What?
No,
Man,
it
we
was
was
a
talking
running
about something
back
the other
earlier. Yeah, this hard ass nigga to play for Texas A&M. But so man, to just finish that off, man, we can't really go against these young brothers and what they stand for and what they go for, because we didn't grow up in their shoes. Most of us grew up in poverty, but our poverty wasn't their poverty. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we could stay out all night.
But you just know, we just know what we see on TV, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know this dude personally.
Yeah,
You don't know none of them kids up there.
Yeah.
Now I know Bryce, but at the end of the day, his journey been different ever since I last cut him.
Right.
So I can't even say I really know him now.
Right,
You
exactly.
understand what I'm saying? So it's easy for us to sit here and say, whoop, 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 this and that. I'm just saying, if you're going to be a grown man, talk like you're a grown man, bro.
Right.
Don't just slander somebody because they didn't get their speech right.
Right.
Or their braids don't look right. Or their suit don't look right.
So what you just said, it makes us really think that this dude from the hood, from the gutter and all that, negotiated a $255 million contract
Without an agent.
over 5 years.
Yeah.
Right?
That says a lot.
What's that, $50 million a year?
51 million.
You know what I'm
commend
saying?
him. I
Come on
commend
now.
him.
Come on now. And you got 185 million that you know you're gonna get. Whether
gotta
you
show
get
him some love.
Whether you get hurt tomorrow.
You got to
know what
show
I'm
him some
saying?
love.
I think this young youth need to follow his
show him-
footsteps,
you gotta
and
show
they
him
need to
some
do their
love.
own instead of having that agent in there taking 10 to 15%.
And
Yeah.
I respect Jalen Hurts because he got the black woman
Right.
to do it. You know what I'm saying? So man, we
Now, if you got
know,
a family member, we gonna go. Now, if you got a family member that's honest, well, it's not too many of them, but in a family. But if you do have one that's an agent and they gonna look out for your best interest, sort of like LeBron got on his team,
Right.
I can understand that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you got an agent that's just looking out for his 10%, and that's it. Scram, he out of there. He don't care about you.
right. Just let me say this real quick. I know what you meant.
Speak on.
But just like LeBron, we got to say that's just a little different. Why? Because he been getting money since his basketball season was over as a senior. He got a $90 million
I was just using that
contract.
as
No, I know. But
Nike
what
too.
I got to say is Nike.
That's the Nike.
What I got to say is he put his friends in school to play that role. So it wasn't his family. So when we thinking about our family, we all got an uncle that think he a hustler and all of this and all that. That's the nigga that's going to get over on you. You know what I'm saying? Now your mama, your sister, your brother, those is the people that put in your corner. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we gonna man, we got some shit going on, man. You know, like people that we don't even know and things like that. They starting to watch the show.
I've been
and,
seeing that.
and they starting to ask
questions and want to know the DMs and
you feel me?
YouTube and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
I was reading that today. Where
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a female or who it was, but it sounded like a female.
Yeah, it was. So she hit me on the inbox.
Right.
And she want to know everybody's point of view on this. And I got to tell you the story. So give me a couple of seconds to say the story because I think I know it verbatim, but I'm not going to give you every little, whatever.
Different cranny.
So she got with a guy, right? You know, we all go out, meet a female, right? Had a one-night stand, got her pregnant, right? So he got her pregnant. oh, baby, we pregnant. You know, we about to have this baby. You know, everything is cool. Baby about to come. No, my bad. Excuse me. Everything is cool up until it's almost time for the baby to come. Nigga disappear, right? Have the baby, right? Nigga's nowhere around, right? Baby's 3-4 days old. Now he comes to see the baby. Number one, doesn't want to take a picture with the baby. Doesn't want to put the baby on the name on the birth certificate. You know what I'm saying? So that got her thinking, and she's like, well, shit, let me look at this nigga background, which we know that women need to do in the first place, especially if you have a one-night stand. Now you got to see what this nigga come from, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 especially if you want to see him again. So come to find out, this nigga got 8 other kids. You feel me? And 1 on the way. Or something like that. She said it was a total of 9 kids. So I'm thinking maybe he had 7 at that point. You know what I'm saying? So now, got 7 kids. You're pregnant with his 8th kid. And now somebody else is pregnant with his 9th kid. Maybe you're the 9th and she's the 8th. We're not going to say the order. But he's about to have 9 kids. You feel me? So now you have the baby. Hey, come see the baby. I don't want to see the baby. Okay, come see the baby. I may come see the baby for a second, and then I dip. So now I'm like, well, shit, I'm nosy. I'm a female. Let me call and talk to the other female. Or maybe the other female called her. We're not going to say, but they talk to each other, right? So now the dude is like, well, I'm in love with her, and you just jealous of our relationship, so I'm not going to come fuck with the baby no more. You feel me? So she wants to get our point of view as of what she should do. I don't know. I mean, we're going to start with you, S.
Honestly, you should start with a blood test. I don't know what you was doing before, but that right there, you have to establish paternity first. Yep. But you have to establish paternity first. Mm-hmm. Once you do that, I'm going to just be honest with you. A man got to be responsible for his responsibilities. Mm-hmm. I don't condone going to the man on anybody because I'm one who is always taking care of my kids. And, you know, I had one go to the man on me, and it was cold-blooded in the end because she would have got way more than what they gave her. And then, too, she lied. So, you know, it worked in my favor later on down the line. But to be honest with you, you know, just hold him accountable as much as you can. Mm-hmm. If you see that there's no reasoning with him, you know what that means.
Amen. Tony Touch.
I feel like, okay, you got to let a man be a man at the end of the day, because if you go back and forth, I agree with S on the blood test. Get a DNA, make sure that's right first. You know what I mean? And then I feel like a man has to be accountable, period. But if that man doesn't want to be accountable, the mother can't force that man to be accountable. So at the end of the day, I would suggest she just leave him alone and let him be accountable on his own, so you won't ruin your blessings with raising this kid yourself. That's just how I look at it.
Okay. Swaggy D. Don't make me say the whole shit again.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to say it again.
I'm not.
I don't know where we at right now.
Never mind. Okay, it's just
I'm not. Three. You gotta. Okay, we gonna say it's you, nigga. You got a one night stand with a female. You have a baby, right? And now the female wants you to see the baby, right? And you're
Sounds
like,
familiar.
You're like, no, I got this other baby over here, right? And now you contacting my girl, and now you jealous of my girl because I'm in love with her. So how should the woman take that? What should she do?
What should she do in the situation?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I mean, I feel like she need to. Oh wow.
Hit you with the womp womp womp.
This is tough.
You know why? Because this is life.
This is a tough situation here, buddy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Honestly, it's not tough. If you're a man and you understand your role as a man, you got to stand up at all times.
Oh, this ain't my life, so don't even put my
No,
in
but
the streets.
but
so we're not talking about me.
I said a whole spew, nigga, and you want me to repeat the whole thing. So I just put it as it was you.
No,
not
he talking
saying
about
that
what I
it is.
said.
Oh, I'm
about
not
what I
saying that it is you, but just saying if a woman was in that situation, what would she do? Not what the man should do. What should the woman do? If she has a baby by a one night stand by a man who got 9 kids, right? Do you got 9 kids?
No.
Okay, so this ain't you, nigga. So he got 9 kids.
She need to go get that test. She need to go take that test and make sure that man is his baby before you ask him to do anything for that kid.
Anything else? That just a test? What's she gonna do after she says, I mean, he's the baby, daddy?
You are the father.
Well, I feel like the man should step up and do his part, but the woman should understand that man already got a woman, that he's in love with, and you know what I mean? She should move on with her life, but as long as the man does his part.
Say the baby
take care of the kids.
Say the kids are 2 weeks apart. So he was with both of the women at the same time. So it's like we both got kids same time. So he was with both of us. So he lying to both of us saying that he ain't fucking with nobody.
I say you leave a liar alone.
Sound like a tough situation to me.
It does. So I just got to say, like, it's a bunch of single women that's mothers out here. You know what I mean? So I'm never the one that says go to court and all of that. But in a situation like that, with a dude with 9 kids, what you gonna get? $57 a month from this
That'd be
nigga?
a waste of time to go to court.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get too much money from him. So what I would probably do is, like they both said, establish that he is the father. You know what I'm saying? Make him sign this birth certificate to show your child that he does have a father, because kids don't want to grow up and be like, why ain't no daddy name on my birth certificate? You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing.
But you can't make a man sign the birth certificate.
But if they establish paternity, they know he's the father. So the next step is to sign the birth certificate. If you establish that you're the parent, they're not going to be like, well, you still ain't got to sign a birth certificate. They're going to be like, yeah, nigga, it ain't got to be in your last name. Well, I mean, what if they bring it to court?
I'm just saying, you don't have to.
Yeah, they probably don't have to go to the hospital or to the office to sign it, because, I mean, you can't make the nigga show up unless it's court ordered.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if it's court ordered,
that's different.
You know, because niggas don't want warrants out here, especially with 9 kids.
Yeah, if it's court ordered, but
gotta be able to work.
You know what I'm saying? Got to be able to work. But when you got 9 kids, what type of job do you have? You know what I'm saying? We got basketball.
She had 9 kids before she had this.
She didn't.
It's funny.
She's saying she didn't. It was a one night stand. You know, we met a broad at the club, nigga, and went home and stabbed some shit up. And then, nigga, that shit was good, and you went back
or the
on it
condom
again.
fell off.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, personally, I ain't never got a female pregnant on some one night stand shit, because the Jimmy, what that nigga say, the Jimmy extra tight.
Extra tight.
You know what I'm saying?
Tight,
Shit.
son.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never had no baby off no one night stand either. Thank God.
Me neither. But I've heard
the Lord.
I done seen women that had sex one time and got pregnant.
Got pregnant. Yeah, I know.
You know
I know
what
a
I'm
couple bras like that. And look, they
in high school.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, they hate sex to this day
because they think they're gonna get pregnant.
For them, it's something different. And I've seen girls like, I remember one time I dated this girl and she had just had a chick. So she had just had a baby. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, she fucking. She like, I had sex one time and got pregnant. Sex is not fun to me. She said, and he wore a condom.
You ain't never met a nigga like me.
Hey.
No, I'm just saying that's what you said.
Man, hey, listen. Listen. And you know what's funny? She was not going for it. So then I learned quick, she wasn't the one.
I had my girlfriend in high school had a baby. That was fun. But yeah. Anyway, back to the young lady. Back to the young lady. You know what I'm saying? first you need to establish paternity. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that that dude is the father. We're not saying you sleeping around.
Right.
We just saying make sure that he knows that he's the father. You know what I'm saying? We're not calling you promiscuous or anything like that. We just feel like
Shit happens.
That's the first straw. Because, I mean, the one night stands that we've all had, we bitch do this all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's what we thinking, and she probably thinking the same shit about us. Like that nigga go to clubs and fuck bitches every night. When we all probably only had 1 or 2 night stands. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is few and far in between, whether y'all want to know it or not, unless you Swaggy D. But anyway, so you establish that first, you know, and it's up to you or not to go to court systems, but you're probably not going to get any money. Because if you got all of these kids, I just think that you just take care of your responsibilities. What you will, should, and can do is go get some type of what they call that shit when somebody comes and see the baby for X amount of time. What do they call that? Visitation rights. You know, you give that guy visitation rights. And being in your situation, I would probably get mandatory visitation rights. Yeah. Maybe 2 hours on a Thursday, 5 hours on a Saturday, 5 hours every other Saturday. They can be supervised or unsupervised. But if you want your baby to know their parent, then you have to get that in place. If that's the only thing you go to court for your baby to know the daddy, since you don't want the child to grow up without a daddy. And you just got to just go with that. And financially, you're going to have to, you know, strap up your boots and take care of this baby, because the other guy, it doesn't seem like this is something that he wants to do. Right. You know what I mean? And we hate to say this, but there's a lot of niggas out here that don't give a fuck about the child. Right. They ain't gonna show up for shit.
You got that right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna show up for shit. A nigga with 9 babies.
And the cold thing is, they know who they are.
Yeah. Them niggas don't give a fuck. They gonna fuck you, fuck your mama. They gonna fuck your auntie, your cousin. They gonna and have babies with all of them. And they all gonna be stuck raising the seed by themselves. So we hate to say that you might have to, you know, reap what you sow, which was the one night stand. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You thought you met a cool nigga. He was cool, suave, and all of that. But, you know, you got to eat that bullet right now.
Now, is that her first child?
You know what? I don't know.
That's a good question, huh?
I don't know, but I believe so. Because, like, when she sent the letter, I was skeptical. Who the fuck is this? They ain't got no pictures, no this, no that. But then today, they got pictures and stuff, and then their child is with cousins and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't say my kids. It just say my kid with their cousins. So, just saying,
I agree,
you know,
too,
and don't hate all men, because all men aren't like that. You know what I'm saying? Most black kids and black men, we grew up without a father in the house, whether they passed away, they were out of town, or they were just deadbeats. You know what I'm saying? And some of us did. But all that to say is, like, you can't treat the next man like the other man. So, you know, you still got to love and love hard, or however you do. You know, I can't, you know, tell you what to do. But as far as the child, you got to take care of that child. You got to love that child, whether you mama today and you hard on them tomorrow and you the daddy. You got to do that until you meet a man that's willing to take on you and the responsibilities that you bring. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that's our little say on that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But if you got any questions that you want New Wave Shop Talk to answer, you know, just hit us on the podcast, either the website. I mean, excuse me, not the website. Either hit us on YouTube, hit us at the Gmail, which is newwavepodcast@gmail.com, or hit us on New Wave Shop Talk on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And we are willing to go ahead and answer your question on the show, and we'll let you know.
Mind. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. You feel me? Yeah. So, man.
Yeah, hit us up on that, because I keep telling these dudes, let's go live, and people keep asking me why we're not going live, but, you know,
we ain't worried about
people
that.
are not on the same page as you, so For you followers out there, we're gonna go live soon as these dudes get their shit together.
I got
Yeah.
a piece.
And like I was saying, man, like you can go live anytime you want on your page. You can go live anytime while you on your phone. You can go live, but I don't think you want to go live because you want to be texting and all of that shit. But you can easily go live. You can go live right now.
Right
and be
now.
like we on the podcast.
Just like we set up this
Yeah.
thing, we can set the phone up right there in front of us.
We can do that.
Got
Okay,
something on your
I'm
mind.
gonna give you an example. Okay, we set the phone up right there,
live,
right?
go live.
Now, are you gonna be the one to get up and go answer the questions?
No, Tony Touch is gonna be the one.
See what I'm saying? You want to delegate
Give me
other
no
people.
job,
He
nigga.
gonna put his ass to work since he want to talk so much shit.
You want to delegate
gonna
other
kick
people.
me
I
out.
do. I only
thought
talk
was
shit
gonna
to
do
you.
it.
You're the runner.
On it.
You're the runner. So
You gonna go get my cheesecake, motherfucker.
Ooh.
Okay, and my clothes out
man.
the cleaners.
you're the
What's
helper.
the shit brought to you by?
This shit is brought to you by Famously Broke
Bro.
Clothing and New Wave Barbershop. You know what I'm saying?
That's
We're
just crazy.
1290 North Lake. You know what I'm saying?
Sweet
You at
what?
102.
Sweet what?
You
Yeah.
feel me? Come
Yeah.
get your wave.
I'ma Chris Rock you. I'ma Chris Rock you on live.
man.
Hey, and Swaggy D, if you young and you got dreads, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't come to this motherfucker. 'Cause he gonna whack you.
I'm gonna cut all your shit off.
And this shit
Don't
is
come to my
also
shop.
brought to you, man, by Pasadena Sean, man. It's understood on all motherfucking platforms.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yes,
boom,
sir.
boom.
You know what I'm saying? What's understood? You know what I mean?
We got a couple videos coming this summer, man. The song I just did with Edie, I finally finished it, man. Got the proper hook on there, man. I'm gonna shoot a video to that. I know that we need to shoot a video to More Money, More Problems. So,
Man.
get my boys and man put in. We all put a couple dollars in, man, and get it right.
Yes, yes. Now we're gonna make you pay for the whole video, nigga. You feel me? Yeah.
We all gonna have to come on donate.
Executive producer Pasadena Sean.
Because you know why? We all gonna have a thought in that.
I'm gonna just show up, nigga. I'm gonna show up like Swaggy D would. I'm gonna
That's
show
what I'm
up.
gonna do. I'm gonna do a
I'm
swag.
gonna show up with my Swaggy D T-shirt on.
Leave.
I have it, then I
Leave.
pray for it.
Say a couple of stuff and I'm out of here.
We gonna almost get out of here, man. Let's get into some sports, man. You know what I'm saying? With Pasadena Sean.
Well, Lakers lost yesterday.
It's all good.
Clippers is out of here.
Out of here.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom.
Miami.
How you feel about that, Swaggy?
Hold on. Miami put Milwaukee out.
That was shocking.
Yeah, it was very shocking.
I called
You know,
them coming out
Was
the
it
East.
though?
Not really, because Giannis they didn't have Giannis for the games and they needed him. You know,
After that, them niggas was on the roll.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, he technically only played, what, 2 games?
Yeah, 2
yeah,
games.
2 games.
Set out 2 games? I had him coming out the East, though, but I guess I was wrong.
We all did, but obviously, injuries, prevailed.
It's always a problem though when you're playing against Jimmy Butler. It ain't even Miami as far as because they lost Tyler Hero in the first game.
Yep, he broke his
You know what I'm
hand.
saying? It's just Jimmy
Well,
Butler,
yeah,
man.
he turns into a
he
different dude.
If he owned,
Ain't nothing
he's
you can do about
owned.
that.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
He is on.
You ain't lied about
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What else we got in sports?
man.
Or you want to talk about each individual thing?
No. I was just that was it. And then shit. We got the Lakers tomorrow, man. I pretty much feel like we're gonna bring it home tomorrow.
Yeah, we hoping so. I got my Laker hat on and
Yeah,
shit. You
I
know
hope
what
we're
I'm
gonna bring it
saying?
home tomorrow. Golden State. I think they even the series.
No, nigga, they up 3-2. They going back home for 6.
Yeah, it's about to go down.
Yeah, man, can I say something real quick?
Shoot.
I cannot let you get over the fact that the fucking Clippers lost. You know what I'm saying? We got Swaggy D live and direct. And
I wasn't gonna
this
say it.
nigga was talking big shit.
I wasn't gonna say it because he was gonna be mad at me.
We
for the
run the West.
He don't answer
Yes.
my phone calls.
This nigga ready
Don't
to-
forget 11-0. 11-0.
This nigga ready to take his headphones out, hop in
11
his
and oh.
whip, and boom, boom, leave. You know what I'm saying?
Cutting with his quiet. He was cutting with his quiet jersey on.
Nigga,
Come on, man.
what the fuck happened to the Clippers, Swaggy?
What happened, bro?
Talk to us, man. Talk to us from a fan
Something
point of
on your
view.
mind.
Because we don't play. We just fans.
Well, basically Kawhi Leonard and Paul George screwed us out of another possible championship. You know, that's what happened. You know, they acted like they hurt, but we see them out there practicing and running around doing drills when we know they could have got their ass out there and played. Like that's some bullshit, you know, and that's unacceptable to me. So I put all the blame on them, nobody else.
Hey man, sure. I got a quick question for you while you got the stage. So was it the bubble that Paul George had the mental lapse that was in the bubble?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was in a dark place. He was in a dark place at the time.
Strip club.
Right. So do you think that he didn't come back because those thoughts came back into his head? Because he looked fine during the warm up and practicing in the pregame, but he didn't play still. Do you think that shit was like creeping in his head, like I don't want to play and fuck up?
Yeah, possibly. That could have been the reason, you know.
Okay.
Because you're out there doing podcasts and all this other shit when you should be in the gym getting your practice on and ready for this game and focus on the playoffs, but you trying to do podcasts and shit and do all this other shit.
Amen.
Paying you all this money. Like you're getting paid all this money. Get your ass out there and play.
You can't really blame him because he was really hurt.
But on the other hand, Westbrook did his thing, you know, and I'm proud of him because he reinvented himself. Because everybody calling him a bum, he ain't no bum. So I hope we re-sign him next year.
Okay, but nigga, did you watch the game?
Definitely, I did.
Okay, so you watched the game when y'all was down 130 to 132, and that nigga missed a wide open layup. How did you feel about that?
Shit, I mean, it happens to anybody. Anybody can miss a layup. Shit.
But we know this nigga for missing layups.
He was averaging 30 points a game every game he played.
See,
he had 36 in one
game.
game.
The nuances of the game is what loses you the game. You feel me? I can damn near tell you verbatim what happened. He came down, took niggas to the rack, wide open layup, missed the left hand layup when he could have took it up with the right hand layup, made the tie-in thing, and they would have had to come down and score. They came down, missed again, and then you come down. If it was tied, right? And Powell got the ball, and he did that turnaround, and old boy swiped the ball, and he lost the ball out of bounds back to the other team. The game still would have been tied, but y'all still down by 2. They come in and get an and 1. Now y'all down by 3. You get what I'm saying? Down by 5. So that takes it from being tied up to down by 3 points. And then when y'all come down and score again, y'all would have been down by 1. Instead of down by 2, and then they come down, get another 3, and now y'all down by 5 again, and it starts all over. So what I'm saying is, if you look in, like S always say, in the totality of it, that 2 points right there really fucking hurt y'all. And that's what the Lakers, while we got rid of them, because those 2 points, every time he went to the rack by himself, missed a frantic-ass layup, that shit hurt us for the game. We was trying to tell you that, but you was like, no, Westbrook, he was an all-star and MVP, but he missed those layups, nigga, in the game situation. So now y'all got put out of the playoffs because him missing layups.
No, not at all. He gets no blame at all.
See?
But blame is on Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
But y'all were in the game.
He tried.
It's not like y'all got blew out.
He tried to do his best as he can with what he had. He would try to work with what he had.
If y'all lost by 40, I could say it was Paul George and Kawhi. That was that 25 from him. That was that 18 from him. Y'all would have won by 3. But no, y'all were in the game. You play with who's on the court. You can say anyways all you want.
They bums,
y'all were
man.
in the game.
Clippers are bums.
Anyways,
period.
Like I told you in the text message, the NBA has favoritism to the players, to the teams. They don't want to see us win a championship. They don't want to see us in there because we're not good for ratings. We're not popular like the Lakers and Golden State Warriors and all these other teams. So the Lakers, and they always give us the toughest schedule. You know what I mean? They always fuck us over some way, somehow. The referees screw us over. NBA screws us over. Okay? And that's my final answer.
They're bums. Clippers are bums.
Speaking from a fan. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Speaking from a fan.
Me and Clipper Darrell.
They ain't won nothing. They not going to win
We're
nothing.
going to bring you on the podcast, Clipper Darrell, so you can talk to these dudes.
Yeah.
But Daryl gonna get his feelings hurt and get knocked out like he did last time at the damn Staples Center.
I might have to edit that because we might need Clipper Daryl on the show. So they going to knock Clipper Daryl out.
Right, Clipper Daryl gonna be on the show.
I didn't say it was gonna be me. I didn't never say it was gonna be me. It might be security.
He said the niggas are gonna get knocked out like he did at the game.
At the game by the parking lot security right outside.
Man. I know that nigga is hating that because he ain't got
slid.
no job no more.
You thought you was supposed to go on that VIP. You got VIP right up under that table.
Man. Is it me or that nigga look like a broke down Cedric the Entertainer? Let me stop. So, we're going to get on our last words. We're going to get on our last words, you know what I'm saying?
Well, hold on before you get to the last words.
What's up, bro?
You know, you guys were talking about rest in peace to Jerry Springer, but you forgot who another legend who died a couple of days ago. What was his name?
I don't know.
He was a musician and he was an actor also.
Tell us.
Okay,
Man.
his name is Harry Belafonte. He just
Amen.
died 2 days ago.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he was a Belizean icon.
He was a
No, nigga. Shout out. Shout out to Harry Belafonte, man.
I give respect.
You know, and it's funny that you brought him up because
I like this daughter.
he was
on
a
Facebook
singer
today, earlier.
that turned into an actor.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now.
I like this daughter, Sherry.
because I
She was
forgot
on the
about it.
hotel.
Sherry
I'm looking it up right now. Harry Belafonte, one of the
Listen, you down there
was
lusty.
an American singer and activist,
Sherry.
and he was an activist who
You remember Sherry?
Yes.
Exactly.
popularized calypso music.
Hotel.
Calypso music.
Calypso music.
Yep.
Yep. With his international audience in the 1950s, Belafonte is one of the few performers who have received Emmy, Grammys, and Oscars.
Oh, so he got an EGOT.
And a Tony.
Okay. I believe you.
So he got a TGOT.
That's right.
Jump in the line.
One of the few, because it's only like 5 people that got EGOT. So
And
he probably one of the only 2 that
let's
got
not
EGOTs.
forget,
Yeah.
none other than everything that he did, he was a philanthropist at heart.
Yeah.
What
What do
you remember him for? You
Harry
remember him?
Belafonte?
Yeah.
Shit.
Forgiving.
It was a movie he was in, but I can't remember the movie. I mean, in the 1950s, that wasn't my era, and that's like when we talk about basketball and draft and all of that. When it's not our era, it's like my mom. I could say, "Hey, mom, you know Harry Belafonte died." She can be like, "Oh, I remember he did this song, that song, that song." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it wasn't our generation.
Yeah, it wasn't our generation, so. You know, Harry Belafonte, he wasn't like real prevalent to me.
96 years old.
You know what I'm saying? 96. He lived a long life.
He lived to 96 years
Yeah.
old.
It was somebody else that passed away today. Look that up. Look up who else passed away today, along with Jerry Springer. It was another. Was it a musician or an actor? Somebody else passed away today. Like, it was crazy because when I saw the name, I was like, oh. We got the devil and then the angel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I did hear somebody else pass today.
Yeah. I can't think of the name, though. You know what I'm saying? But somebody else passed away. While he's looking at that, we're going to get into some last words. You know what I'm saying? While he's looking at that, we're going to start with you, Tone.
Oh.
Be accountable.
We're gonna piggyback on. What'd you say?
I said,
Look,
be accountable.
we said an hour. We here 2 hours.
Accountable. I don't want to say accountable. I love accountable, but the most important thing is to count your blessings. Count your the blessing that you woke up. That we get to. If God bless, go to sleep.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna piggyback off with the kid thing that with the subject with the girl. Just take care of the fathers. Take care of your kids, man.
Right.
Because we need the fathers out there. Because this world is on its last days. You know what I mean? And we need good influences from all males, whether you're a father or not, to our kids, to our children. You know what I'm saying? That's male or female. So I was that right there, and just be humble. Be humble, and don't let no one steal your joy.
For sure. Pasadena, Sean.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You know, Pretty Tony's right, man. Tony Touch is right, man. We got to raise our kids. We got to be better fathers. I do want to say this. We can never get it twisted. None of us on this panel are perfect. We all aspire to be a little bit more like, you know, Jesus, Allah, whoever it is that we worship.
Nigga, I want to be like Ray Ray on the block.
That's your choice. But anyway, at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We're opinionated. We love, we respect, and we hold it down. So, you know, pick your side.
Hey, man. Did you find out who else passed away?
No, I couldn't find out. I didn't find out.
Okay, for sure. What's your last words, bro?
Yeah, my last words is to these young black men out here in America. Be a leader. Don't try to follow in nobody's footsteps. Don't try to be like nobody. Don't try to follow nobody. You ain't got to wear the same hairstyle, dress like that person. Be your own self. You know what I mean? Like my boy said, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Be different, homie. Be creative. Have your own style.
Pull up what
you know what I mean? Stop with the dreads and the braids and the twisties. Because first of all, you're taking money out of our barber's mouth. You know what I mean? We got to eat too, brothers.
They still get haircuts on
come
the
on,
side.
man. Y'all want to come in and get lined up. Let me get lined up. Let me get a little taper. No, nigga.
I do fades
cut
with
that
braids.
shit off. You need a haircut. Don't come up in here asking me for no shit because I'm going to cut all that shit off, whether you want it or not. And you're going to walk up out of here crying. Mama, he cut my shit off. I'm cutting it off, nigga.
And then you got to go
You
back.
can go to Tony Touch. He might line you up and think you and tell you fresh, but I ain't gonna tell you you're fresh because I'm gonna say you look like a
I
clown.
cater to the customer, man. That's why
All right.
my customers come back.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, appearance is everything. You know what I mean?
Man,
Stop
cut that shit short,
walking
man.
around here scaring these white people.
Man, cut that shit short, man.
You wonder why that young brother got killed by that
All that
white
early.
man
Cut
knocking on that
the
white
shit
man's door.
short.
Because you scared that white man. That's why that man shot you.
You mean cut his hair
you,
short?
You walked up there with an afro,
Cut
looking like
his
a thug.
conversation short.
All
And
right.
that hairdo he got on his head.
They don't want to hear what I got to say because I got a whole lot to say.
You always do
I'ma
it
write a
at the end, you
book on it.
motherfucker. And you always talk about you want to get out of here and do all kinds of other shit. But then your motherfucking ass want to get long-winded
Okay.
at the end.
Because you're going to let your kids walk around with dreadlocks
My
and
kids, listen.
braids. Not me. I
me
ain't going to
tell you
do
this.
it. I'm going to cut they shit off,
About
nigga.
your kids. Don't worry about our kids.
Raise
You need to
them,
worry
nigga.
about your kids.
Raise them, nigga.
Thank you. Don't worry about your kids before you worry about somebody else's.
I was gonna
Booyaka,
say
booyaka.
something. I was gonna
Booyaka.
say it.
My last words, man, is, hey, man, first of all, to the young lady, you know, take care of that seed like, you know, like you love him or her
you love.
with all of your might. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, you
Because he or she didn't ask to be here.
yeah, you might have to be the mama and the daddy until you can find somebody that loves you enough to love what you got coming with you.
And stop having
You know what
one
I'm
night
saying?
stands.
And the people that, you know, love you are gonna love that person. You know what I'm saying? So what all I gotta say is, man, just like my boy Tony Touch, he didn't say it tonight, but I'm gonna say it. Be a fucking accountable for the things that you do, for what we do, and for all of us do collectively. You know what I'm saying? We gotta just, you know, reap what we sow. Sometimes, you know, we make bad decisions. And, you know, we got to live with those bad decisions that we make.
We're not perfect.
You know what I'm saying? And nobody is perfect in this world. You know what I mean? So you want your child to grow up as a well-rounded individual. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do what you need to do as the primary parent to take care of that baby and you know, make the best that you can. And one thing I really need to say is, like, it's never too late in life to be what you want to be. You got people that become actors in the 40s. You got people that become doctors in their 30s and 40s. Like, you can be whatever you want to be. It's never too late. You may have obstacles in your way, but you still just gotta carry on and move forward and be what you want to be. So, you know, my last words is just do you and be all you can be, like the Army. You know what I mean? Because a nigga like me, I don't do shit before 6 a.m. But anyway, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all watching. You know what I'm saying? This is New Wave Barbershop. We got Pasadena Shine. We got Tony Touch. We got Mr. Swaggy D. You know what I'm saying? Braids by Nia's not here today. You know what I'm saying? I am Dina Boy Juice. We at New Wave Shop Talk. Follow us on Famously Broke.
Did we
you know
say
what I'm
Flossie
saying?
B slapped by the pound?
Man, Flossie B slapped by the motherfucking
Man,
pound.
And leave him
all
out.
You know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying?
That's our family, man.
Yes,
That's right.
yes.
That nigga, man.
So, you know what I'm saying? Stream Slap by the Pound. Stream What's Understood by Pasadena Shine.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And Flossie B, you know what I'm saying? Between the Flossie and the B, it's an underscore. You feel me? So, man, check us out, man. We just trying to bring shit to y'all, man. And Famously Bro got some new shit coming for you, Kings and Queens
Hot.
edition. You know what I'm saying? So, check us out, man. Holla at your boys. We out of this bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're now tuned in to the number one podcast. I give you New Wave Shop Talk, Shop Talk, Shop Talk. New Wave Shop Talk, New Wave, New Wave. Got something on your mind? Let's talk about it. Shop Talk, Shop Talk. Leave a comment, we'll talk about it. New Wave, New Wave.
Talk about these white women, you know what I'm saying, and these rappers taking up all the good acting jobs. I need some of them acting gigs. So all y'all directors, holla at your boy.